tea. It's going to be a problem.
What kind of tea?
Noted.
Green tea. A little honey. A little honey.
Good choice.
Good for the yelling.
Right, exactly. For my radio days, Tim.
There you go.
Yeah.
Serena Winston, Valley Sports. Coach, didn't play your best basketball in Game 1, yet it was still a 4-point game. So because of that, how much confidence do you have heading into Game 2?
I just have confidence in our guys. They've been resilient. They've bounced back. They understand, what they need to do. They understand the task that's in front of them. And again, you had 3 guys in your starting lineup. It was their first playoff game. So them gaining that experience and understanding of what it's going to be like, it was a great test for them. And again, our guys have continued to pass tests over the year, so I expect them to do the same.
Obviously, a lot of different ways to beat an opponent, but can beating the Knicks be as simple as out-rebounding them?
Yeah, I mean, we have to do a better job on the boards. It's that simple. You give up 17 offensive rebounds, and it's very difficult to overcome. So, we have to be more physical. We have to be more purposeful, and we just have to do a better job on the boards. And if you do that, you'll give yourself a chance.
Tom Withers, AP. Is peanut butter and jelly still your go-to?
Depends on the time of day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot if we asked you the other day, when Donovan went into the 5th row, did your heart skip a beat at all there? And have you talked to him about
I have not. No, he's going for it, and that's what we ask of him, and that's what we need of him. Obviously, we want him to be available, but his leadership and what he's showing the guys is that you have to lay it on the line. So that was one of those plays. Again, that was one of our rallying points where guys kind of picked it up and understood where we were at, and again, that's why they follow his lead.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, JP.
What's up, Chris?
What did you see in watching back Game 1 on tape that contributed to Evan being as inefficient as he was on the offensive end?
I thought he got the ball in his spot and got the shots that he typically makes. I do think, and give Mitchell Robinson some credit. He did a great job of challenging those shots, and he does have length and size, but, we've seen Evan finish over length and size before. So I just think he had one of those nights. If he gets the ball in his spots again, we believe he'll be himself and he'll finish those shots.
Physicality seems to be a buzzword. You mentioned it. All the guys mentioned it over the last couple of days. What do you want to see from the guys that let you know they're ready to match that physicality?
I think it's, who makes the first point of contact. The Knicks last game, when you go back and you look at some of the rebounds that they came up with, they were the ones that were putting body on body first. Tonight I'd like to see our guys being the ones that are putting the body on somebody, and creating some contact and making some collisions happen, and then see what happens from there.
Thank you. Danny Cunningham, ESPN Cleveland. One of the things Darius said after the game on Saturday was that he felt like he could have been more aggressive. In what areas do you think he has more aggressiveness to show?
I think his shot attempts for sure. Every single shot Darius shoots is a good shot for us. And in our conversations with him, we feel like he left some on the table. And, you're going to have to make them pay. If they give you open looks and you shoot, 40-plus clip from behind 3, you got to let it go. And then let us scramble on the boards if you don't make it. But, this is an opportunity and a moment where you can't leave anything on the table. You got to finish your meal, so to speak. And I think through our conversation, I think he'll be ready for that tonight.
You mentioned that you think this group has responded well to challenges and tests throughout the year. Why do you think they have?
That's just their character. It's the makeup of this group. Again, being who we are and where we came from, you don't get to 51 wins if you can't handle some adversity and bounce back. This league is too good. It tests you too much. And if you don't bounce back and pass tests, there's no way you could, get to 50 wins in a season. So I think these guys have proven it. This is another opportunity for them to go out and show what they can do.
Kelsey Roos, The Athletic. This morning, Karras was talking about how he thinks he's more of a second-half player and is able to turn that switch when necessary. Throughout the season, what did you see in that area that has shown that to you?
I mean, just his ability to do it. He's one of those guys who can just get going. And as the game goes on, I feel like he has a good feel for, what the defense is doing. And especially, he learned how, to watch what was happening with Donovan and Darius, and then where he could make his impact felt. So I think he's learned that. But, he's just a guy with, extreme confidence, a guy who's proven to be able to do what it takes and proven to be able to get it done. And that's why he believes in himself.
Nate
Ulrich, Akron Journal. This morning, Donovan said that he talked to Darius yesterday for a while, about the aggression and also just about how they played together as a tandem in Game 1. So how valuable is it to have a veteran leader like Donovan who pulls guys aside and does that? And then also, how important is it to have a young guy, Darius, who's receptive to that?
Well, I mean, that makes our job easier as coaches. As hard as we try and as tight as our relationships are with players, there's no bond like a player-to-player bond, and we understand that. So when you have a guy who's been through so much and has proven so much, that's willing to share the game, that's a clear advantage for our group. And again, when you have young guys who are receptive to listening, that's how you grow, that's how you get better. And again, that's why I feel like we're in a unique situation where you have young guys who have had some regular season success because it's not about them. And a lot of times, young guys are kind of stuck in their ways because this is what made them successful and got them to the NBA, that they just want to keep trying to do it that way. I think our young guys are really receptive to learning. They want to be coached and they want to grow. And I think that's helped us continue to make steps along the way.
Jimmy Watkins, Cleveland.com. You mentioned that the 81 games gave you guys a lot of confidence that you can bounce back from these adverse situations. How do you bounce that message with, we don't get 81 games anymore, so we have to flip it quickly?
I mean, again, there's a sense of urgency in our guys. There's an understanding of the moment. You understand, that at the same time, it's a 7-game series, and it's not a place to panic. It's an opportunity and a place to go and try to play your best basketball and see what happens. You play against a team, and then you get to see them again right away. So it's fresh on your mind. And, our guys don't like to lose. And they've proven that they've been willing to do whatever it takes to win games. So I expect them to go out and do whatever it takes and try to get this done.
Chris.
JB, it seemed like the other night in Game 1 that the Knicks were less willing to trap Darius or Donovan when Karras was on the court as opposed to Isaac. When Karras does play alongside those two guards, what is his responsibility?
Obviously he plays in space. He creates because a lot of times, teams don't want to leave Donovan and Darius. So when the ball's in his hands, he's got space to play pick and roll. He's got space to attack, space to be aggressive. And then, typically he guards the other team's best perimeter player. So, he's a creator. He's an attacker, and a one-on-one defender for us.
Last two, Evan and Dan. Tim in the back.
Evan, Dan, Robert, Don Nicola. JB, being around you or the guys or just in the practice facility today, there's just like an overwhelming sense of calm despite what happened on Saturday. Is that kind of testament just to the growth and maturation of this young team?
Yeah, it's been the way that this group has been, since we've been together. There is an even temperament no matter what the circumstances are, because they believe in one another and they care about one another and they know what they're capable of. Now it just comes down to going on the floor and going out and getting it done. And again, that comes from leadership. That comes from individual personalities. Like, we don't have guys that swing the pendulum of emotion. You know what I mean? We do have a bunch of guys, who stay pretty even keeled throughout, throughout all this. But, like, the guys enjoy being around each other. So when you enjoy being around each other, you're not going to be the guy who's bringing everybody down, or you're not going to be the guy that's trying to change the environment because of your own individual insecurities. And I think that's what we have here is a bunch of guys that just want to play together, want to help each other, and want to be as successful as they can together.
And talking about physicality, New York clearly hit you guys with a different level of physicality that might have caught some of your guys off guard a bit. How do you hope your guys just match that intensity and maybe just show New York that, hey, this is our house, we're not going to just lay down and let you do whatever you want to us?
Yeah, I mean, that's to me, that's the end all, right? If we are not more physical, if we do not hit first, we're not going to give ourselves a fair chance. If we allow them to continue to take it to us, we're not going to give ourselves a chance. So, that's the adjustment that we've got to make. And, I believe in our guys' competitive spirit and willingness to do whatever it takes. So, again, I expect us to come out with some fight tonight and see what happens.
Tim
Elkhorn, Cavs Audioverse. JV playoff basketball brings a lot of pressure. The flip side of the coin is, how do you prevent guys from putting too much pressure on themselves?
Trying to keep the same message. We don't change the standard that we play at. And we've had the conversation from the beginning of the year that we hold ourselves to a high standard. And if you build that standard in the regular season, you don't have to flip a switch in the postseason. We've had moments during the regular season where, we didn't play to our standard and, we got after our guys because of it. And I think that's where, you keep yourself consistent so that you're not trying to flip switches and ride waves, is you just live to your standard. And each of our individual guys has a standard that they play to, and our group has a standard that we play to, and we try to stay there as much as we can.
Is there anything that you as a coach do to address playoff pressure and how to back it off? Don't try to do too much.
Again, with this group, I haven't really had to, because we don't change. And I think that's the best part, or one of the best parts of working with our group is, we know we have a job to do. Each guy from the beginning of the year knows they have a role on this team specific to their strengths. Each of those guys just has to go and play to their role that's specific to their strengths. And that's how we've been able to win some games and have some regular season success. And that doesn't change in the playoffs. We can't have guys stepping outside of themselves, being somebody that they're not, and impact winning. Impacting winning is by you being the best version of yourself in your role. Our guys understand that, and they go out and play. And again, there's no reason to have those conversations because nothing changes for us. Thank you.
Thanks.